dot over there? Moon. I've been taking some pretty cool moonrise, there's the moon. Moonrise and moonset pictures. On my Twitter account, you guys have Twitter. So there's, the sun is over there. The sun has been right up this window now for about 3 days. And there's still a couple more days where we're going to have nothing but sun, no nighttime at all. It's really interesting. And those gold things are the solar arrays, and so they generate, there's like solar panels on Earth, and they provide our electricity. They're pretty giant. The station is bigger than a football field. It's 300 and some feet long by a little less than 300 feet wide, vice versa. So it's a pretty big station. You can see it from Earth. There's websites and apps that you can tell when you're going to have it pass. But basically, in the evening, after sunset, or in the morning before sunrise is the times that you can see us. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty fascinating to see the weather pattern. You can see, we've had the opportunity to see a lot of hurricane patterns, and you can see, different parts of the Earth have different weather, and it's kind of cool to know the Earth by the weather you can see. So that's a tour of the station in a real quick minute tour. I've done nothing but talk, and I know you guys probably have some things I want you guys talk to. Anybody got any good questions? Looks like we had a couple minutes left on this pass.
Yeah. So what time zone do you work off of?
We're GMT, Zulu. So basically, London time. That's a great question because we go around the Earth every 90 minutes. So we have a sunrise and sunset every 90 minutes normally. And but yeah, we just pick GMT. It's kind of tough for us and the Americans because it's an early workday in Houston, the late workday in Moscow. The Europeans are happy because they're right there in GMT. So, and it really sucked Japanese partners. They're complete. That's what we think.
I have a question, sir. Would you happen to be able to take a picture of the state of Michigan on your Twitter account?
You know what? I have, and I tweeted a couple of them not too long ago. And to be honest, states, especially in the middle of the country, are really hard to pick out. Like Florida's easy, Massachusetts is easy, Maryland's easy, the Chesapeake Bay. But all the middle states there's no lines on the ground. But Michigan's not too bad. The Great Lakes really stand out. So I've got a lot of Great Lake tweets, and Michigan with snow and Michigan without snow.
That's pretty cool.
So what's your typical work day? How many hours are you up versus working?
Yeah, the work day usually starts at 7:30 in the morning and ends about right now. So it's about a 12-hour work day. And that includes a couple hours to exercise, and they give us some time for lunch. And the whole rest of the day you're working. And then usually after, like right now, usually what I'll do is I'll come in here and take pictures. I love. In fact, I just found out that I've taken the most pictures of anybody ever. I've been up here, so I take a lot of pictures. But some of it is I'll put the timer or the camera on a timer to where it just takes a picture over a 30-second or a minute long period, and then you can stitch those together to make movies. So again, you guys check out it's called Astronaut with Terry on Instagram and also on Twitter, and there's some pretty cool pictures on there and videos that I made on there. It's just off, like you're looking at creation from
Awesome.
not Earth. I mean, it's really better.
What do you do on your downtime? Just take pictures or anything else?
Take pictures. Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of downtime. During the week, there's really not a lot of downtime. On the weekends, usually there's sun. And we watched a few movies on this new big screen. I'll make some phone calls, to friends and family and stuff. So that's kind of cool. There's a way that we do. It's like a voice over IP. It's like Montage, basically. It's making telephone calls to the computer, and it's not available all the time. But we have that. You can make phone calls, which is nice.
Does anything float past you out there?
Absolutely. In fact, I don't know if you can see this or not, but in the window right here, there's a dent. Actually, a video that you probably can't see it. It's just much reflection. There's a dent in that window, and that went off in my spacewalk. Hey, if I lose you guys, just hang on. It usually takes about a minute, and then we'll reconnect after we have to switch satellites to our computer. What I was doing the spacewalk is you're going around the outside of the station, you see all these little pop marks from little pieces of paint and chips and micrometeorites that hit the station.
It's crazy because when I first got injured, him and another astronaut, they came to my hospital bed before she was even born. And it was pretty cool.
Does he know
Yeah.
that?
I'll tell him. Ask him if he remembers.
It's pretty cool. No, that was Chris Cassidy that took my patch.
You should go to the front, walk with him, show him your
Oh,
program.
that's
You should go to the baby.
And then Colonel Cassidy, right? Colonel Cassidy, right?
Yeah.
So Colonel Cassidy came back, what, about 6 months ago?
Yes, he brought the patch. He brought that
And
patch
then we
back.
got, so he had his patch, we've got a shirt back there that he could take it off. So one of the last things we'll do with him is ask him when he's coming. Now that you guys have a chance to speak to him in space, so normally they'll then come back by. It'll take him a while. It'll take him a little while. He's been up 9 months, I think.
He
He's
said
December,
November.
Yeah, about 9 months.
Yeah, so it'll take 30 to 60 days of rehab back in Houston or wherever they send them. To get reacclimated to weight bearing.
I've been following them on Twitter because I put the whole Facebook thing, and they got some really awesome pictures. Like
What is it?
the
Astro
whole
Terry?
crew. Huh?
Yeah, Astro Terry.
Astro Terry?
Yeah, and then they got the Italian lady, and then Commander Kelly, and
Yeah.
some of the other
You
guys.
know he's
They take
the Air
pictures
Force guy, right?
all the time. It's really
I
awesome.
figured I was going to ask him what he did.
And like
You
time
know
lapse
what he
photos.
plays?
It's
I
really
don't,
cool.
well, right now he's kind of flying himself around. so-
Yeah, I know. I'll ask. I was going to ask him later.
What if they got the most high-speed internet system?
He's just him and one other person.
I don't think he said a number, but he mentioned the nationalities. He's like Italian and Russian and Japanese.
There's, what they said, 1 Italian, 2 Russian, and 2 Americans, and 1 other. Was it one Japanese?
2 Americans, 3 Russians, and an
3
Italian.
Russians and Italian. Oh, 3 Russians?
All walked into a bar.
Hey guys, you out of here.
Good.
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 Got you.
All right, ask me a question.
Go for it.
All
Hi,
right,
sir.
the next satellite.
Hi, sir. I'm
That's your-
Oh, sorry. I'm a fellow USAFA grad, 09. Just wondering what you flew.
Wow. Hey, go Air Force, man. I just tweeted.
Yeah.
That really neat graduation picture.
I
Yeah.
saw.
Astro.
09. Wow.
Yeah, they
It
feel old, doesn't it?
was,
Sorry.
no, that happened a lot. I've been feeling old for a long time. The F-16 was my main jet. I flew the F-16 for all the 90. Went to Everest to get test pilot, and when I was at Everest, I kind of flew everything.
Yep.
But F-16 was my main airplane.
Awesome.
What did you do in that, or what? I mean, Air Force. What's your specialty?
HC-130s. I've flown the old and the new models rescue. So, C-130s. Not F-16s, but
Yeah. My first check ride at Edwards was in a C-130, and I've been a fighter guy my whole life, so that was really cool. I love flying that airplane. I also flew the oldest C-130 in the world.
which one?
It was made
Frankenherk?
We went down to Duke in England, and it was white. It was painted white, and yeah, we flew that thing.
Because they modded They modded one of the oldest ones, and we still fly it at Moody today, and we call it Frankenherk. Might have been the same one. Do you remember the tail number?
I had it in my logbook. I don't remember it. That was probably 1999. That was a long time ago.
You were in, what was that, middle school?
The thing was ancient.
Yeah.
Cool though. That's great. So we got Air Force, the Army, then I hear the Marine.
Yep. And a Navy grad, so
Jeez.
go Navy.
Excellent. You went to Navy?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I'm from Maryland. My parents live on the Bay, and I'll be going there shortly. My son wants to go home this summer, so yeah, I don't know if they can. I had to decide between Air Force and afternoon if my mom called me if the congressman just called me early. And I was like, it would have been nice if it was right down the street, but I wanted to go fly jet, get away from home, so I'm on Air Force. But I came pretty close to going to Navy, and I came to Texas.
And then we also have a representative for the Coast Guard.
Yay, Coast Guard!
Yeah, awesome. The Coast Guard is I was promised about the Coast Guard Academy. I have to do these 4 language tests every year. I was the Coast Guard guys, and we got the Coastie, Astronaut, and Bank. Of course, we got Scott's a Navy guy, and my shuttle flight, I flew with the Marine commander, and on the station were 2 Army guys. So we got the whole military covering the astronaut office. But I don't think we're going to any seconds. In case we do, I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys and really admire you as my heroes and appreciate what you do. We've had military groups come by NASA for the last 10 years, as long as I've been there as an astronaut, it seems like. And I always enjoy getting to meet the folks and families. And after my shuttle flight a few years ago, I went out there to San Antonio for T-38 out and got a chance to spend the day there with all the folks. So I really appreciate you guys, and it's a great. I'm very impressed and proud of what you do there at AMC for Chelsea, and it's an awesome thing. But thank you, and I just can't thank you enough. So I got my T-shirt. My wife sent this up in one of my care packages that showed up in a cargo ship a couple months ago. Under Armour, I think it's Under Armour, Wounded Warrior. So.
Nice.
Any other questions?
Well, sir, before we do get cut off, just let you know that you're more than welcome to, once you get back to Earth, to come over and see us again.
Oh, they're cut off. The audio's out.
Well, I'm busy.
I can't. It's breaking out. I can't hear you.
Sorry, we lost your audio again.
Give the thumbs down.
It's like a Roman thing.
I was like, I gotta get my dressing.
It happens. It's awesome.
Yeah, maybe just send me next one.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, we got you now.
We got you.
Okay, who knows? This drops connection. But I'll show him some food stuff. He showed food.
Okay.
here's some space
He
food.
should come here when he gets
Put
back.
that there. We call that a bag of ground. Yeah. It's familiar. It looks like it's MREs basically. So
Awesome. Oh, we're all familiar with those.
this is like MRE stuff. There's a couple different kinds of food I can show you all real quick. There's the green bags, which are MRE. We got a little heater over there. We put them in there and warm things up. And then we've got the white bags are basically rehydratable food. There's a plug on one end, and you plug it into this machine, it fills it up with water. It's actually pretty good. The food is really not that bad. Like I tell people, it's better than what I would be cooking myself if I was a bachelor. And here's a drink bag. So right now I call this dehydrated water. It's basically a bag. And this thing on the end, you plug it into a needle, and the machine fills it up with water. This is a mango peach smoothie. So we got different stuff here.
What's the new?
So anyway, that's the space station. I don't know if you guys took a chance to see it from the from Earth.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've looked like one or two times because I looked on that the app on my computer. It'll tell you where you can look in the sky. I've only seen it maybe one or two times, barely, with just my eye and binoculars.
Yeah.
They have a telescope group here in
Yeah.
one of the parks.
Well, if you pass, you don't need binocular. It's the brightest thing in the sky, besides the moon. It's as bright as something like Venus or Sirius or one of the really bright stars. It's pretty amazing. And it's not us. It's not like a light that we have on. It's just the sun reflecting off these giant solar rays that you saw. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is actually pretty cool.
What are you looking forward to most for being back next weekend?
I've tried not even to think about it. I just suppose when I get back to Earth, I'll get back to Earth. But of course, see my family. It'll be good. I haven't really seen them since October, really September. So that'll be good. It's gonna be tough getting reintegrated. Just like coming back from military deployment, it's always tough. But it's gonna be great. Eating food. My daughter sent me a picture of In-N-Out Burger. With a big friend. So unfortunately, we don't have it in Houston yet. But we might have to make a trip up to Dallas.
And we got him over here. Come visit us.
Food. I think. You got In-N-Out in San Antonio?
You got two of them now.
We got two of them.
You.
I was just there. I would have brought you one, but
Oh man, I'm definitely coming there soon. I'm gonna have to get me flying first so I can make it up there. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. I don't know, just a shower would be nice. I haven't had a shower since you have a wet towel. They take a bag of hot water and squirt it in the towel, and that's you can just wipe down. It's actually not that bad. But no heat shower where you just sit there and get soaking wet would be pretty cool. Something that we really miss is sounds of Earth. And I remember one night I heard this noise. I didn't know what it was. This is something interesting that you don't see on Earth very often. There's a camera floating. The thing was just it wasn't attached with Velcro, and it floated. But sounds of Earth is something that, we don't get, and the Russians have a real interesting and pretty cool psychology thing. They emailed some of the cosmonauts, rain noises and sea noises, and they sent them a mosquito so you can hear this mosquito buzzing. So last weekend we took the rain noise and put it on a couple of laptops, and it's just like raining in the spit station for a couple of days. It was really cool. It was amazing how much we had all the sound of rain. And, so that's another thing, the sounds and smells of Earth. Here 75 degrees, no humidity every day, you know, and it never changes, so.
So it's like San Diego.
It's like, Valencia, yeah, or yeah, it's like San Diego.
Hey, I wanted to say thank you.
San Diego, that's something I missed about Earth.
I was like 5 or 6 when I seen the first man land on the moon, and now I get to see you and talk to you. This is just incredible. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And again, I'm the one that needs to be thanking you guys. But yes, you know, I wish we were going back to the moon soon. I would love to go there, but basically, we can operate in space. I mean, you know, we're sending people here, cargo here, doing experiments, and we really learned how to live and work in space, which is pretty cool. And the next step, where we really want to go is Mars, and that's going to be the, I think, 21st century space objective. If the 20th century was the moon, and then building a space station, the 21st century is going to be going to Mars. So hopefully that happens sooner than later, and it's kind of fun to be working as part of that. Here's one of our views of the Earth. You can see, I think, yeah, that's Brazil. Unfortunately, there's a lot of farmland that you can see, like just big squares sticking out of the jungle down there. I don't know if that's Amazon. There's a lot of rivers in South America. The cool things about being up here is that you get to know the Earth by geography. Like Australia's red, so whenever I go to Australia, in my mind I know that Australia's red. It's a continent. It's very red. All the desert and stuff. Africa, Central Africa is hazy. You almost can't see the ground. It's so hazy. And India's like that too. You can't see the ground in India. China is cloudy. Like places like Beijing and Shanghai are polluted. You can't even see the ground there. They're all brown. One of the most amazing things is seeing the Korea. Have they ever been to Korea? All those military guys, I'm sure somebody's been there.
Yep.
Korea. Yeah, probably everybody. So South Korea is super bright. Seoul is one of the brightest cities on Earth at night. And North Korea is just this black hole with a little white dot where Pyongyang is. So it's a great example of just how bad the country of North Korea is. What a terrible place it is. But that's kind of cool to see that contrast of South Korea working well, North Korea complete disaster. During the daytime you can't really see it, but at nighttime it shows up really well.
Did you pick a vacation spot like that?
You know, I have, absolutely. I want to go to the Bahamas. It's really cool. They really stand out. But I tell you what, the Bahamas are amazing. They're huge. This huge, like blue, turquoise, shallow water area. They really stand out. And I don't know what they're like on the ground. I've never been there, but having seen them from space, that's on my to-do list. I told my family I want to do it when we get back. This is a good vantage point to pick out your vacation spot. All the other stuff, I think Patagonia looks pretty cool, and southern South America looks really amazing. I would like to. I think I'd rather go to a beach, but maybe once I've got my fellow beaches, that may be on my to-do list.
How long does it take you to orbit the Earth?
90 minutes. Every 90 minutes, we're going around the Earth, and we pass over the same spot on Earth basically just twice a day. Once heading northbound, or in a ascending node, and once heading. I know there's one you saw the ground. I know she's Astronaut 301 or whatever the class was called. There's one ascending node and one decent. She's laughing because she took the class, the same class.
Yep.
And I'm going to send a video of these evidence to the Astro department so they can talk to kids about how to play language. And you guys probably did that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 90 minutes.
coolest?
You guys about to lose you. We're about out of this contest. Any last thoughts or questions?
I got to say,
What's that?
what was the most maybe intriguing scientific experiment that you guys have done up there recently? That you guys doing all these experiments? What was one that kind of changed?
Yeah.
Thinking about something.
One that was really cool. Okay. Like my philosophy kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Change my philosophy. I don't know that anything has changed my philosophy. I'm a Christian, and that hasn't changed since I've been here. But like I said, maybe it's not an experiment, but it's just looking at the Earth and looking at. I mean, it is amazing. The universe is an amazing place, and Earth is a pretty awesome planet. It looks really great from space, and I know there's a lot of beautiful places I want to see. I know there's a lot of bad places. You can tell, like North Korea, South Korea thing. You can see, we fly over Iraq and Afghanistan a lot, and I've taken a lot of pictures, and there's a lot of beauty down there too. And you think about what's going on. We've flown over Yemen, civil war there, and when I see that stuff, you just go, why are we doing this fighting and stuff on Earth? It's a beautiful planet. You can't see the little divisions from space. They're just countries down there. So it kind of makes me wonder why the heck we do this stuff that we do to each other, the sinful nature that we have. But that has been really cool seeing seeing Earth and the universe. And at night, it's amazing. You're on the dark side, 180 degrees out from the sun. It's dark out. There's no moon. You can see the galaxy. You can see stars. You can really see the universe, and that really kind of puts things in perspective. And to see the design and everything is pretty awesome.
Have you seen aliens? Well, he's out there.
We used to have a little green blow up. I would tell people there is an alien on the space station. It's one of those little green. I don't know what happened to them. Somebody must have gotten abducted. But anyway, guys, well, hopefully I won't see you because you'll be out there, but I will definitely be coming to San Antonio in a few months, and look forward to meeting with some folks there. And again, thank you for what you're doing, and we really appreciate it. It was fun being on tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was kind of different.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's incredible.
All right, well, enjoy the day. Have a hit up order for me. I appreciate it, and
Will
talk
do.
to you guys later.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for what you're doing.
Wow,
That's awesome.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a spaceman.
Their treadmills on the wall.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
up?
we should get one of those. Put them on the wall.